Good morning, all my dear students. Still only 60 students are joined, so remaining half of the strength. Again, 1 or 2 minutes. I will wait. Please, all of you join uh, soon, and you have to tell them your friends to join immediately, just for 2 3 minutes. Okay, dear all students, good morning again. Uh, is there? Am I audible? My screen is visible to you, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, dear all students, anyhow, already we have completed 50% of the syllabus as per your university's prescribed syllabus. So now onwards, still we have too much time. So we have to go slowly, not that much speed or that much fast. So very less things we have to learn every day, and according to that, we have to cover the syllabus also. So here, uh, these things we have to cover again. Already these 4 units and these first 6 programs we covered, and it is too much up to the actually up to the today's date. It's too much syllabus we have to cover because your exams is going on in the month of January end or February first week. So now onwards we'll learn very slowly. So for that, today only very few concept I will talk about in terms. So dear students, in the unit number 5, as per university prescribed syllabus, the unit 50 is interrupts. So in the interrupts, we have to learn the introduction of the interrupts. So in this introduction, what is the interrupt? How we are uh, going to define the interrupts? अभी interrupts के बारे में बहुत सारे चीज हम सीखना है. सो वही इंटरप्ट्स के अंदर पहला यूनिट्स मैं एक्सप्लेन करने के टाइम बहुत स्टूडेंट्स पूछते थे, सो व्हाट इज द इंटरप्ट्स एंड व्हाट इज द क्लॉक जनरेटर, लाइक दैट। सो कॉल क्लॉक जनरेटर हम ये फोर्थ यूनिट में पढ़ाई किया। सो आफ्टर दैट हमें इसमें पढ़ाई करना है कि इंटरप्ट्स इंटरप्ट्स के बारे में हम पूरा डिटेल स्टडी करना बहुत जरूर है, क्योंकि interrupts is a very main rule in the 8086 microprocessor. So अभी कभी कभी प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट करने के टाइम पे, कभी कभी प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट करने के टाइम पे, और we are managing the microprocessor programs to handle the such things. सो उसके टाइम पे क्या होता है, कभी कभी थोड़ा एबनॉर्मल सिचुएशन, अगर एबनॉर्मल सिचुएशन आ जाएगा, अगर वी आर नॉट गेटिंग 100% करेक्ट आउटपुट, तभी टाइम पे ये इंटरप्ट्स का काम बहुत है। सो ये इंटरप्ट्स का क्या करता है, whatever the abnormal conditions whatever the abnormal conditions while executing the program, so that time it is going to be handled it. ये इंटरप्ट्स क्या करता है, प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट करने के टाइम पे कोई तो पेरिफेरल डिवाइस का प्रॉब्लम हुआ था, और कोई तो इंटरनल सॉफ्टवेयर का प्रॉब्लम हुआ था, अगर कोई तो टूल का प्रॉब्लम हुआ था, कमांड का प्रॉब्लम हो गया था, उस टाइम पे it is managing that interrupts. It is managed by interrupts. So for that, interrupts is बहुत सारी चीज है। The interrupts it works like uh, अभी सारा घर में आप देख लीजिए, घर में फैन रहते हैं ना, फैन को एक रेगुलेटर रहता है, फैन को एक रेगुलेटर रहता है, वो रेगुलेटर का काम क्या हो जाएगा, so it is only to control the fans, and regularly we have to transfer the power supply. Regularly we have to transfer the supply, because some variations रहते हैं ना पावर सप्लाई में, वेरिएशंस। आप लोग ये फिजिक्स में पढ़ाई करते थे, साइनोसॉइडल साइन वेव, साइन कॉस वेव, साइनोसॉइडल वेव सर होते हैं ना, वो पूरा रेगुलर करके रखता है रेगुलेटर इन द फैन इन होम अप्लायंसेस डिवाइसेस। सो जैसा ये इंटरप्ट्स भी ये माइक्रो प्रोसेसर के अंदर ऐसा काम करता है, whatever that it is going to be filtered, means whatever uh, that abnormality is happened, that is going to be controlled by the interrupts. So इसके लिए हमें interrupts use करना है, और इसके interrupts के अंदर types of 8086 interrupts. So there are 5 types है, 5 types of interrupts है, as per along with the, अगर हम ये लेसन पे पूरा ये यूनिट के अंदर पूरा पढ़ाई करना है। सो टाइप 0 है, टाइप 1 है, टाइप 2 है, टाइप 3 है, टाइप 4 है, टाइप 5 है। सो these 5 types we are studied in details in this interrupt chapters, okay? And ये interrupt के अंदर एट द फर्स्ट यूनिट, पहला यूनिट में हम एक वर्ड सुनाए थे, दैट इज ISR, सही है ना? So that time one student is asking what is ISR. So just I said that is interrupt service routine. So इसको बोलते हैं हमें ये interrupt service routine ISR। अभी ये यूनिट में आ जाएगा, उसको भी हम डिटेल्स स्टडी करेंगे ये यूनिट के अंदर। और ये इतना होने के बाद that interrupts definition and types of interrupts means 5 types are there: type 0, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. So totally 5 types are there. So वो types करने के बाद हम interrupt service routine भी पढ़ाई करना है। So interrupt service routine is a ISR, is nothing but the ISR. So इसके अंदर टोटली interrupts के अंदर 2 मेन कैटेगरीज है। So totally 2 types of interrupts, main 2 categories of interrupts, उसको हम बोलते हैं कि maskable interrupts and non-maskable interrupts. There are 2 types, वो भी हम पढ़ाई करेंगे इसके ये यूनिट के अंदर, maskable interrupts and non-maskable interrupts, 2 categories of main interrupts. So इसके पहले अभी एक कैटेगरी होता है कि हार्डवेयर इंटरप्ट्स एंड सॉफ्टवेयर इंटरप्ट्स। So software interrupts are not there for your syllabus. So हार्डवेयर इंटरप्ट्स, अभी मेन इंटरप्ट्स के अंदर दो सेक्शन होता है, दो कैटेगरी होता है, हार्डवेयर इंटरप्ट्स एंड सॉफ्टवेयर इंटरप्ट्स. बट these two categories, maskable and non-maskable interrupts, are comes under the category of hardware interrupts. So these two, maskable and non-maskable, comes under the category of hardware interrupts, and software interrupts is not for your syllabus. That's what he is not mentioned. Main category, from the subcategory only he started maskable and non-maskable interrupts. So before this, we have to categorize it as hardware and software interrupts. So these two categories are comes under the hardware category, hardware interrupts. So after that, अगेन वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी, अभी ये भी स्टडी करना बहुत जरूरी है, दैट इज प्रोग्रामेबल इंटरप्ट कंट्रोल. So there are two types of programmable interrupt controls again. One is 8259 chips. So अभी सब लोग हमें यूनिट नंबर 4 में पढ़ाई किए थे, दैट इज 8086 के साथ 82 82 82 84 82 86 माइक्रोचिप्स हम पढ़ाई किए थे मैक्सिमम एंड मिनिमम मोड के अंदर. मिनिमम मोड में 82 82 82 84 82 86 हम पढ़ाई किए थे ना, that clock generator, 8-bit decoder and transmitter and receiver in the minimum mode, and same all these three plus one more, that is 82 88, that is bus control, that is system bus control purpose. So in the maximum mode at the unit number 4, right? So like that हमें ये यूनिट के अंदर भी फीचर्स ऑफ ब्लॉक डायग्राम, sorry, that programmable interrupt control 8259, this is the one of the microchip again. ये भी हम इसके पूरा आर्किटेक्चर, इसके पूरा सभी ब्लॉक का एक्सप्लेनेशन and all different sections, all we are studied in this interrupt, that is programmable interrupt controller. So that chip name is 8259. And same way, that programmable features of block diagram or the DMA, diagram of DMA. DMA is in the sense what? That is dynamic memory access. So how to we are managing the dynamic memory access in this interrupts while managing, or while we are going to work on the dynamic memory access. So that time many abnormalities is happening. There is a chances of, अभी वो बहुत चांसेस रहता है डायनामिक मेमोरी में. स्टैटिक मेमोरी एक्सेस में उतना दैट प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं होता, बिकॉज dynamic means in the dynamically you have to access the data. In the dynamically you have to access the data. That time while accessing data in a dynamic system, dynamic matter, so तभी टाइम पे abnormalities condition होने का चांसेस ज्यादा रहता. So that one also we are going to be controlled by using the interrupts, which is 8257, that is by 8257. So that 8257 chip के भी हम पूरा ब्लॉक डायग्राम स्टडी करेंगे और इसका फंक्शनैलिटी भी स्टडी करेंगे, हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू मैनेज द डायनामिक मेमोरी एक्सेस, उसके अंदर भी हम सारा स्टडी करेंगे. और इसके बाद ऑपरेटिंग मोड्स, दैट operations, functionality and operations of 8257. So these things we are going to study in the unit of interrupts, that is 8086 interrupts. So हम पूरा इतना अब अभी अच्छा से देखना है. So once we come to know this introduction part, this entire part, this ये unit में हम ये UV points we have to study now one by one. So dear all students, for this again I have to prepare well notes for you, like previous units. So how I am providing all 4 units notes, same way I have to provide it, very important, by covering all these points bit to bit. So whatever the books, whatever the textbooks, whatever the reference books you are going to refer, but all those I have to cover in a single units, that single notes. So that notes again I will provide to you. So before starting, so this is just for brief introduction about the interrupts chapter. That is the unit number 5. So ये यूनिट नंबर 5 का इतना पूरा इंट्रोडक्शन होने के बाद हमें क्या करूंगा. So I will show you that. Okay, I will show you the notes. So here this is the notes, microprocessor chapter 5. So introduction cover किया है इसके अंदर. Whatever we saw that. So listen here. See whatever I taught now, just how I covered. हम पूरा cover किया है कि नहीं ये notes में. Just I will show you within 1 minute. So introduction है, types of interrupts है, और interrupt service routine है, maskable interrupts, non maskable interrupts. अभी हम इसमें देख लीजिए. See introduction part. This is the unit number 5. इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट इधर कवर किया है. उसके अंदर मेन इंटरप्ट्स, इसके अंदर मेन टू कैटेगरीज, हार्डवेयर इंटरप्ट्स एंड सॉफ्टवेयर इंटरप्ट्स. बट दिस इज नॉट फॉर योर सिलेबस ओनली. अभी आपका सिलेबस के लिए हार्डवेयर इंटरप्ट का टू कैटेगरीज रखा है, मास्केबल इंटरप्ट्स एंड नॉन मास्केबल इंटरप्ट्स एज पर योर सिलेबस. मास्केबल एंड नॉन मास्केबल इंटरप्ट्स. और इसके अंदर इंटरप्ट सर्विस रूटीन भी है, वो भी मैंने कवर किया था ये नोट्स में. हार्डवेयर इंटरप्ट का पूरा एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया था, उसमें नॉन मास्केबल इंटरप्ट्स का भी एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया था, और ये टाइप्स है उसके अंदर, और सॉफ्टवेयर फ्लैग्स भी दिया था. इसके अंदर आ जाएगा आपको इंटरप्ट सर्विस रूटीन. सो ये होता है कि इंटरप्ट सर्विस रूटीन, इसको भी पूरा मैं अच्छा नोट्स करके दिया रखा है, आपको अभी ट्रांसफर करूंगा. और आप तो इसके नॉन मास्केबल इंटरप्ट होने के बाद मास्केबल इंटरप्ट, उसको भी नोट्स अच्छे से रेडी किया है. और इसके बाद नॉन मास्केबल इंटरप्ट का सारा एक्सप्लेनेशन इधर दिया गया है. और ये सब होने के बाद वी आर गोइंग टू यूज फॉर प्रोग्रामेबल इंटरप्ट कंट्रोल 8259. So as your programmable interrupt कंट्रोल 8259, इसको भी मैं पूरा ये नोट्स प्रिपेयर किया है. Okay, so architecture of this 8259 also we have to study, and all the blocks here. One diagram is comes as like your maximum mode and minimum mode. हमें कैसा हम स्टडी किए थे, सेम ये we have to study with different kinds of logical controls here. अभी एक नोट्स रेडी है, और इसके बाद पूरा सभी पॉइंट्स एक्सप्लेन किया है, व्हाट एवर कम्स अंडर दिस. एंड इसके बाद सारा पिन डायग्राम भी दिया गया है, दैट इज 8259 पिन डायग्राम. सो अभी आप ये जो 85 पिन डायग्राम स्टडी किया है, 86 पिन डायग्राम स्टडी किया है, और अभी 8259 भी हम करने का जरूर है ये यूनिट के अंदर. सो दिस इज द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर टू कंट्रोल द एबनॉर्मलिटीज. सो इसके बाद दैट सीक्वेंस भी हम स्टडी करने का बहुत जरूर है. और ये सारे होने के बाद हमें सारा एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया गया है उसके अंदर. और इसके बाद 8257 उसको भी मैंने पूरा नोट्स रेडी करके रखा है. So here programmable DMA control 8257. See, as per your here, programmable features and block diagram of DMA control 8257 and operation modes. So वो भी मैंने पूरा रेडी करके रखा है आपके लिए. That is DMA control 8257, सारा फीचर्स है उसका, और उसका ब्लॉक डायग्राम भी है, आर्किटेक्चर ब्लॉक डायग्राम भी है, और उसका सारा ऑपरेशनल कंडीशंस वर्किंग भी मैंने पूरा रेडी करके रखा है. सो दैट डीएमए एड्रेस रजिस्टर्स. सो इतना सारा everything is I made ready for you students. So just you have to follow it along with my lecturing. Okay, हम आज से बहुत स्लो, each and every point डिक्टेट टू डिक्टेट हमें स्टडी करना बहुत जरूरत है. एंड so this is up to the end of this unit. So this much. Okay, so dear all students, entire these things now I'll transfer to you in okay, these notes I'll transfer in microcontroller group. So comes to the microcontroller WhatsApp group. So just I will transfer to you before starting of this init. So अभी पूरा मैं इसका फ्रेमवर्क का बताया गया। अब से मैं ये फिफ्थ यूनिट स्टार्ट करने का स्टार्ट करेंगे। So just a minute. First, before that, starting of this interrupts in it, मैं अभी ट्रांसफर करूंगा सारा entire notes. So once that notes is with you, it is a better way to understand while going to explain. So आपको भी थोड़ा आसान हो जाएगा। Okay, microcontroller. Yes, this is our session group. Okay, so here is documents, desktop. There is the word unit number 5. Okay, so this is the chapter number 5. Yes, open it here. Okay, and dear all students, I start transferred. Please, you have to check it. Just a minute. Uh, Microprocessor unit 5 nodes. Okay, yes. So both important notes for you students. That's fine. So please, all of you go through it. Okay. So from actual classes, actual lecture on actual units of 15 unit lecture, we will start now. Please just all of you go through it as per syllabus copy. Keep on the syllabus copy. I will put that syllabus copy in front of you people. Okay. So this is the syllabus of your, and all these points are covered. Just you have to check it. सभी लोग just you have to check it. All these points are covered or not in this units, in these nodes. Okay. So बहुत अभी थोड़ा ये क्या है, यूनिट नंबर 5 थोड़ा ज्यादा theoretical है। theoretical मतलब क्या, like how to you are going to manage the interrupts, that is 8059 sorry 8259 and 8257, उसके बारे में by taking these two microprocessor chips, ये दोनों चिप्स के साथ हम सारा abnormalities condition of execution we are going to handle it. Okay, just 2 minutes, आप सभी लोग स्कैन कर दीजिए ये नोट्स. So you also getting fit, right? Once that study material with you, it's like a weapon. It's like a some weapon is with you during the battle. During my lecture, the study material is very important. So for that, I have to prepare very well notes, and you have to follow it in a better way. At the beginning, you have to follow these notes. After that, once ये notes पूरा study करने के बाद आप टेक्स्ट बुक और रेफरेंस बुक भी रेफर कीजिए, और इसके बाद बहुत आपको आसान हो जाएगा. तो ये थोड़ा पूरा theoretical session है, theoretical units. Okay, dear students. So yes. Okay, you need a syllabus, right? Yes, fine. I'll send you. Just a minute. Uh, please make you mute. Only you have a questions or any doubts, you have to make a mic on. Otherwise, make it as mic mute. Okay. So here, SY BTech. 21, 22. Okay, I'll send you this syllabus copy PDF also. Mm, okay, some students are requesting fourth unit notes also. Okay, okay, I'll send you fourth unit notes also. Okay, fine. Yeah, sorry, but okay. Someone you need fourth units. Send fourth in chapter also. Okay, fine. Is there anything again you need? Please message me. Now you have a time. Now you have a time. सभी लोग आपके पास टाइम है कि आप कुछ तो मटेरियल्स क्या तो भी स्टडी मटेरियल्स नोट्स कुछ चाहिए तो भी आप मुझे अभी बता सकता है पिंग कर सकता है मैसेज कर सकता है सभी लोग सो फोर्थ यूनिट्स नोट्स आल्सो you need okay this fourth units also I will send you in the group only okay fine here microprocessor के अंदर वो भी यूनिट मैंने डंप करने करता हूँ अभी यूनिट नंबर 4 okay that's fine it's good so now as per your request I will send 15 hit notes from today onwards, whatever we are covered. And मैंने as per your request syllabus copy भेज दिया है SY BTech के लिए and as per your request unit number 4 भी मैंने और एक बार डंप किया है ओके सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स अभी किसी को तो भी क्या भी है कुछ पूछने का अभी डंप कर सकते हैं आप अभी पूछ सकते हैं मुझे Okay, fine. Again, I didn't got any text messages. Yes, well and good. I think almost whatever needful things are there, I transferred to everyone. Okay. Okay, now I will start the unit number 5. Now onwards, please सभी लोग इधर ध्यान देने का बहुत मौका दीजिए हमें 15 मिनट्स का स्टार्ट करेंगे लेक्चर ओके yes fine no more any text to me yes okay yes so अभी इतना सारा आपका पॉइंट्स याद रख लीजिए while I covering the all points in the unit number 5. Okay, so come to the notes unit number 5. So इतना सारा बहुत अच्छे से आपके लिए किया है, आप सेव रख लीजिए ये नोट्स और स्टडी करने के लिए आप रेफर कर दीजिए पूरा मैं ये यूनिट्स कवर करने के बाद. Okay, well and good. So, dear all friends, one more time I will check. Am I audible and screen is visible to everyone?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay. So, please all of you give more concentration. ज़्यादा ध्यान दे दीजिए इधर. So, अभी मैंने क्या करूँगा, पहला इंट्रोडक्शन डेफिनेशन के साथ. Some students are okay. What is that message? Some students are saying your teaching is fast. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now onwards हम बहुत स्लो करेंगे. Don't worry about it. यानी है वो हमारे पास बहुत टाइम भी है. Okay. ठीक है, ठीक है. So I will manage this. I will manage this. I think I am only the cover more units compared to your whole SYB tech. Maybe. So maybe आपको अभी fast लग रहा है. ठीक है. No problem. We'll go slow now onwards. अभी कुछ ऐसा ऐसा किसी का ऐसा न्यूज़ है तो भी बताइए मुझे. So by seeing your text, I will correct myself. I will correct myself. सही है ना? अभी हमारे पास तो टाइम बहुत है. हम अभी स्लो स्लो करेंगे. उतना फास्ट करने का तो जरूरत भी आई नहीं.
Yes, sir. Some students says to CC, hence I said to you. तुम्हारे को बोलने के वजह वो उधर बोले इसलिए मैंने तुम्हें बोला.
ठीक है, ठीक है. नो प्रॉब्लम, नो प्रॉब्लम. एक्सेप्टेबल. एक्सेप्ट your comments, your suggestion always acceptable. Thank you for that. ओके. सो अब अभी से हम क्या करेंगे, अभी हमारे पास तो टाइम बहुत है, अभी स्लो करेंगे. ओके, फाइन फाइन. सो आई विल करेक्ट इट, आई विल करेक्ट इट. अभी हम थोड़ा 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 टॉपिक्स कवर करेंगे, इन डिटेल कवर करेंगे पूरा, सबके साथ सबको समझ में आना जैसा हम कवर करेंगे. ओके, आई विल डू इट. ओके, आई विल डू इट. इट्स फाइन. ये अच्छा अच्छा फाइंड होगा ये. Corrected myself. Okay, fine. Yes, please. Is there any more suggestions from any other students? Please बताइए. See, मेरा मकसद यही है कि हम सबके साथ चलना है, हम सबके साथ अच्छा से अच्छा सारा कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर करना है, हम सबके साथ मिलके सारा सब्जेक्ट का नॉलेज ग्रैस्प करना चाहिए. ठीक है. Okay, very good. Actually, I'm very thankful. Open-heartedly, he is saying, I'm very thankful to 62311 number. Very much thank you to you. Okay. So please, I accept some more points like this from other students also, because अभी आप बोले तो हमको समझ में हो जाएगा कि ओ दिस इज द थिंग्स इज गोइंग ऑन, सो वी हैव टू करेक्ट. सो हम ऐसा करना है कि बच्चों को अभी थोड़ा स्पीड लग रहा है, सो स्पीड करने से थोड़ा स्लो करेंगे, सो हमको भी मालूम हो जाता है ना. सो लाइक दैट. अभी किसी के पास क्या तो पॉइंट्स है तो भी ओपन हार्टली बता दीजिए. Really, I'm appreciating. I'm thanks to whatever these students are saying. Okay, because it is helpful to everyone. अभी देखो ये स्टूडेंट्स ने ये ऐसा बोला है कि इसके वजह से सभी स्टूडेंट्स को एडवांटेज होने वाला है, हेल्प होने वाला है. सबको यूज होने वाला है. Like that also, if anything is there, please tell me. By hook or crook, anyhow we have to complete the syllabus, but अभी हमारे पास टाइम भी बहुत है, हमें ऐसा करेंगे. Okay, well and good. Now onwards I will start very slowly. Don't worry about this. This one within 1 or 2 lectures you will feel, you will get a feel like that we are going in an average, like that we have to manage.
Means sir, you take more lectures, but
Yeah.
take
So actually, I'm not missing any lectures. Only one lectures I missed, and that lectures again I'll adjust it. So I'll, and even also I'll take more lectures. Maybe that because of that reason, more syllabus are covered. I think what I feel. Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, it is. I will give you the correct solution for this from my side. So apart from this, any points is there with you, please? Yes. Okay. Fine. If no is there, nothing is there, then I will go to the unit number 5. So, okay, dear all friends, today just I have to cover, not that much. Introduction, in the introduction parts I am going to cover. अभी definition के बारे में cover करेंगे, और ये definition होने के बाद types के बारे में बताएंगे, that types के बारे में cover करेंगे, 2 types of interrupts, and इसके होने के बाद hardware interrupts and software interrupts. So अभी इसके होने के बाद हमें ये बात करेंगे maskable and non maskable interrupts. अभी इसके होने के बाद interrupt service routine. Okay, that अभी टाइम मिला है तो कवर करेंगे, लेकिन अगर नहीं है तो हम नेक्स्ट क्लास में कवर करेंगे अप टू इंटरप्ट सर्विस रूटीन. सो ये हम नेक्स्ट क्लास में ले लेंगे. सो अभी तक मैं इतना स्लोली कवर करेंगे, ठीक है. सो अभी बहुत ध्यान से सुनाइए. Interrupts. So dear students, interrupts means, as I early said today at the beginning, definition of interrupts. Interrupts means, so clear one sentence I given you here, that is, interrupt is a method of creating a temporary halt. If interrupt is a method of to creating a temporary halt during the program execution. So temporary halt means what? Temporarily we are going to stop it and we recover it. Actually what is, अभी ये टेम्पररी हाल्ट का मीनिंग क्या होता है? अभी प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट करते 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 हुए टाइम पे अभी we have to stop this interrupt, stop it, and it is going to be corrected, it is going to be repair it, and again it is allowed to do the execution of the program. So how to define this interrupt? Interrupt is a method of creating a temporary halt during the program execution and allows peripheral devices to access microprocessor. So peripheral devices, we are connecting to a main device. So and that main devices, the program is going to be executed. During this time, इसके टाइम पे अभी कोई तो abnormalities happened during the execution of the program, that is going to be make it as a halt, temporary halt, and it is going to be correct itself by using the interrupts. It's going to be correct itself by interrupts and allows to execute the program in a normal condition, in a normal condition to allow the execution of program. So that condition we have to say interrupts. This entire thing is going to control by the one thing, that one we have to say interrupts. So this interrupt we have to define, it is a method of creating a temporary halt during the program execution and allows peripheral devices to access microprocessor. To access microprocessor means what? अभी कोई तो प्रोग्राम हमें एग्जीक्यूट करना है, that is allowed to access it. What when if any difficulties or any abnormal things are going to be happen, that time it is controlled by the things of interrupts. So this one we say it is a interrupt. And also in the microprocessor, it responds that interrupt responds to ISR. So ISR in the sense what? Interrupt service routine. So this interrupt service routine को भी ये interrupts respond करता है. So then what is the interrupt service routine? Interrupt service routine. So अभी internet रहता है ना, internet में there is a one server. So for example हमारे कॉलेज का सर्वर क्या होता है? coe.ac.in. Okay, http://coe/coep College of Engineering or College of Engineering Punderpur coe और coep.ac.in ये इसका सर्वर होता है. सो सर्वर में अभी आप देख लीजिए इफ एनी टाइम आप ये हमारे कॉलेज का सर्वर एक्सेस करने के टाइम पे suddenly you may get a server problem. Suddenly you may not get that URL is not going to be open. So in that times why it is happened? Because some peripheral devices or it may be whatever the server is going to be connected to your PC. So any problems or any abnormalities that time हम क्या करते हैं एडमिन को बुलाते हैं. अगर सर्वर नहीं चालू नहीं हो रहा है, अगर सर्वर बंद हो गया है, अगर सर्वर प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, सर्वर लोड नहीं हो रहा है, ऐसा सारा प्रॉब्लम आप देखते हैं ना सर्वर यू ब्राउजिंग करने के टाइम पे. सो दैट इज इंटरप्ट सर्विस रूटीन. सो अभी वो सर्वर का सर्विस रूटीन क्या रहता है? सर्विस रूटीन मीन्स दैट इज ए इंटरनेट कनेक्शन पिन. तो उसमें इंटरप्ट जाके उसमें सारा काम इंटरप्ट का करने का है. उसको एडमिन को क्या करते हैं? there is a one interrupt enable is there, that one they are using and going to correct that server loading problem or server displaying problem whatever. So that one also we are going to responding. This interrupts is also going to responding with that interrupt service routine. that server के time पे भी ये बहुत important काम करते हैं. that is interrupts which is short program to instruct the microprocessor to handle the interrupts. Short program to instruct means within a very short time that admin is going to be corrected. The admin means what he will do? He is going to be do the entire work. सभी सारा काम interrupts के साथ करके वो recovery करके अभी अच्छा loading up server whatever the server problem is there, that one is going to be given to the user. So this is interrupts definition sign. That interrupts is almost used with or responded with interrupt service routine. Interrupt service routine अभी next point आ जाएगा, उसमें भी थोड़ा cover करेंगे उसके लिए. So this is about definition of interrupts. Okay, I think I cleared you. So next इसके अंदर types of interrupts हम study करेंगे. So there are mainly two types of interrupts. There are mainly two types of interrupts, that is hardware interrupts and software interrupts. So hardware interrupts बोले तो अभी सभी पेरिफेरल डिवाइस के साथ that pin mode or it may be a devices or it may be a server devices. So अभी इसके साथ कुछ तो abnormalities happened, that those kind of things we call it as hardware interrupts. Those abnormalities we are going to be correct or we are going to be recovered by using hardware interrupts. And in the second part, software interrupts. If any abnormality is going to be happened in the software or in the tool or in the operating systems, different kind of operating systems, अगर उसमें कुछ तो abnormality हो गया है तो we have to say those kind of categories called as software interrupts. So there are mainly two categories in the interrupts. First is hardware interrupt and the second one is software interrupts. Okay, so इसके बाद सॉफ्टवेयर इंटरप्ट्स आपका सिलेबस के लिए नहीं रखा है. Only for your syllabus hardware interrupts are there. So in that hardware interrupts, again there are two main categories. Again two are मेन टू कैटेगरी, इसमें अभी दो कैटेगरी है. फर्स्ट कैटेगरी है एम आई इन द सेंस व्हाट, maskable interrupts. So first one is mi, or we say maskable interrupts, and second one is nmi. That one we have to say non-maskable interrupts. So this is your syllabus part, maskable interrupts and non-maskable interrupts. Okay. So अभी क्या क्या किया है, definition of the interrupts and types of interrupts. Again in their types, only for our study purpose, hardware interrupt is there, and in that hardware interrupts there are mainly two categories, maskable interrupts and non-maskable interrupts. ठीक है. So this is the frame of uh, interrupts. So now we will go to hardware interrupts. This one you have to leave it. Just we will go to the hardware interrupts. If you need explanation for this also, I will do the explanation because it is not for your syllabus. So if you want, you again text me a message at 6 o'clock. Any day 6 o'clock, and you have to ask, that time we have to cover it. Okay. So here in the hardware part, only this is your syllabus. In that hardware, the interrupts is caused by an peripheral devices by sending a signal through specified pin to the microprocessor. So it is caused by peripheral devices. So that peripheral devices are nothing but what? These are the hardwares. So that we say it is a hardware interrupts. And that signals is you have to transfer from one hardware to another hardware, or the any hardware to the machine that specified to a particular pin of the hardware interrupts. So that is hardware interrupts in the pin to the microprocessor. And also 8086 has two hardware interrupts again, that is NMI, means non-maskable interrupts, and maskable interrupts are, we have to say, INTR. Normally we have to say interrupts or maskable interrupts and non-maskable interrupts. Okay, these two. So now I'll go through non-maskable interrupts. Now I'll go through non-maskable interrupts. इसके बाद maskable interrupts को जाएंगे. So here NMI, that is nothing but non-maskable interrupts. Pin number. So you have to use the one NMI pin, right? In the 8086 configuration, you go and check it. There is a one pin you are used for NMI, non-maskable interrupts. So, and one is used for INTR. INTR is for interrupts. Interrupts are, you say, maskable interrupts. Both are same name, and one pin you are used for non-maskable interrupts, isn't it? So here in the non-maskable interrupts, it's a single non-maskable interrupts pin having a higher priority than the maskable interrupts. uh, and in this there are two types. One is when the interrupt is activated, the actions are to be taken place that completes the current instruction that is in the progress. So in the non-maskable interrupts, it is going to be happen whenever that current instruction is going to be under the progress, under the continuation of execution. It may happen. And the second point, it is pushes the flag register whenever. So 9 different flags you studied, right? If any one of the flag is going to be pushes, that time if any abnormalities happen, that is also comes under non-maskable interrupts, means pushes the flag register value onto the stack. Okay. So and it pushes the code segment and data segment. Every program you are right, that code segment. In the code segment, what you are using, you have to using all the programming code, and in the data segment we are going to use that data input, whatever input we are given. So those data we are using in the data segment. And in the code segment, from the data segment to code segment, we have to push the data, means right, we are given field in the uh, data segment, and those data is going to be manipulated with the code segment. In that time also, whatever the abnormalities is happened, that is comes under non-maskable interrupts. And also that instruction pointer, IP instruction pointer means what? We have to say offset. So totally 20 bits of address lines, 16 plus 4 plus 4 address lines, we have to say offset. And 1 to 16 is the data lines, right? So in that offset values, that is instruction pointer, whenever we are going to load it, that time also whatever the abnormalities is happened with the 0008h, because at the 8085 is a 8-bit address line, right? So in that abnormalities is happened, that is okay. And next one, that's the code segment, is also loaded the contents of next word location, next word of IP instruction pointer. So the instruction pointer is 0008. So what it becomes next word plus 2. 008 plus 2 means 0A. A is in the sense 10, right? So each bit is having 2 bits. Each position is 2 bits. So 008 plus 2, it become a 00A. A is in the sense 10 in the hexadecimal. So in this also maybe a chances of abnormality is going to be happen, that is comes under non-maskable interrupts. And the next point, the flag registers. So there is a one separate flag you studied, that is interrupt flag. What is interrupt flag? And one more flag you are studied, trap flag. Trap flag and interrupt flag is going to be 0 means that is trap with the trap with divided by 0. So that flags is whatever that trap flag and interrupt flags, working functionality of these flags, whatever the abnormality, अभी कुछ abnormalities हो सकता है, वो भी comes under non-maskable interrupts. So this is about non-maskable interrupts. अगर इसके अंदर interrupts आ जाएगा, what is interrupts? This is non-maskable interrupts. Next is interrupts. Interrupts are, we say, maskable interrupts. This one. So maskable interrupts are normally we have to say interrupts, INTR. So in this interrupts, whenever it is occurs, and what are the categories comes under this. So abhi iske andar the interrupt is maskable interrupt, because the microprocessor will be interrupted only if the interrupts are enabled using set interrupt flag instructions. So that maskable interrupts is in the sense maskable interrupts, when it is going to be happened under the which category, that is interrupts are enabled using, whenever that interrupt flag is enabled is using this set of interrupt flag instruction, which is comes under the maskable interrupts. And it should not be enabled using the interrupt flag instruction. If it is enabled by the interrupt flag instruction, that one you have to say non-maskable interrupts, but it is non-enabled by using the interrupts in the flag instructions. And here the some actions are to be taken in the microprocessor whenever that maskable interrupts is happened. So here the it completes the current instruction, means what? Whatever the current many instructions you studied in the unit number 3, right? So all whatever the instructions is going to be executed, that time the abnormalities is happened, that is comes under maskable interrupts, that completes the current instructions. And activities of that interrupts acknowledgement. INTR means interrupts, and INTA in the sense what? Interrupt acknowledgements. So any interrupt, see that INTA, INTR, I think you are going to be studied in the computer network. So maybe the computer network is comes under your higher semesters. So that time what you will do, whenever the interrupt is occurred, you have to send the request, and the as per the request of interrupts, it is going to be acknowledged. going to be corrected, and that acknowledge is sent back. That acknowledgement is nothing but interrupt acknowledgement output and receive the interrupt type to say reverse back or xyz, whatever that we have to say, that is also comes under the maskable interrupts or interrupts. So next one, again the register value, the code segment value of the return address and the instruction pointer value of the return address are pushed into the stack. Whenever the stack and queues you studied right in the data structure, whenever you are going to be transfer the data or push the data from the stack by using the flag register or code segment values, that time also the abnormalities is occurred, that one we have to say, and this is also comes under interrupt maskable. So here, and the instruction pointer and the code segment. So here the instruction pointer is loaded from the contents of the word location, that is x into 4, or the code segment which is loaded from the contents of the next word location. So here the entire interrupt flag and trap flag is again set to 0 in the maskable interrupt also. So this is just a brief introduction about INTR maskable interrupts and non-maskable interrupts. Okay, when these yes, okay, fine, yeah. So this is just a brief idea about maskable and non-maskable interrupts. So next we will go for software flags. So the some software flags also affected. Just a brief, I'll tell you. In the instructions are inserted at the desired position into the program, into the interrupts program. So okay, dear all students, I will stop it here because I get call from a for a meeting. So okay, this is enough. So slowly हम अभी स्लो जाएंगे. अभी हमें टुडे क्या क्या एक्सप्लेन किया है, just for definition of introduction and the types of sorry, definition of interrupts and types of interrupts, in their types maskable and non-maskable. So these things I have to cover today, very short topic, and that with the explanation about interrupts and non-maskable interrupts. Okay, so dear all students, please cooperate, and I, because one meeting is going on, I want to attend that meeting. So I'll take attendance. Please, all of you give attendance. Okay. Just just 2 minutes. I'll take attendance, all of you. Uh, it's okay. Fine. So, dear all students, please listen here. So, your next class, that is, your next lecture is started from 1:15 to, that is 2:45, right? Okay, 1:15 to 2:45. That Ranjit sir's your DS data structure subject is there. So actually, sir is busy again with his some other work. I am only taking at 1:15. I am only taking lecture at 1:15, and I will give you the assignments for the unit number third and fourth. So in last day, I given a assignment to you. अभी आप सब लोग फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड यूनिट का असाइनमेंट लिखे हैं अभी आज that 1:15 to 2:45 you have to take for assignment for third and fourth units. अभी थर्ड यूनिट्स में दो क्वेश्चन देते हैं और फोर्थ यूनिट में दो क्वेश्चन देते हैं. वो दोनों 4 questions you have to write assignment today in the next lecture. So I will stop it here my lecture now. Please all of you get enabled at 1:15. Again 1.5 hour I have to take assignment lecture. Okay. So please thank you for all. So I think today's अभी आप today में क्या क्या cover किया है and way of speed or slow, how you feel, please you ping me message separately. Still also if you need slow, that one also you have to put a message to me personally. If it is on an average, then you say yes sir it is okay. If it is again you are feeling like it is fast, अभी फिर भी आपको फील होता है कि अभी फास्ट है, अभी वो भी बता दीजिए. जस्ट पर्सनली टेक्स्ट ए मैसेज हाउ यू फील अबाउट today's lecture, either it is maybe a speed or slow or fast. Okay. So again I will go and correct in the again too much correcting in the next lecture onwards. Okay, fine. Thank you one and all of you. Again be enabled at 1:15, and in the 1:15 we will have a that assignments for unit number 4 and unit number 3. Okay, thank you all. Please message me, text me, whatever you feel about today's lecture. And if any suggestions, any corrections also you have to text me. I will change according to that. Thank you one and all.